Hello everyone, this is El Mr. Avila coming to you from South LA, helping my Algebra 2 students get ready for their final exam. So let's take a look at our last question here. We're going to copy the measurements from the triangle in number 8 to the triangle below. Using the relationships you know about triangles, and find the measurement of the final missing side and the final missing angle. Let's check it out. So for the previous problem, that was the information we had. We had 12, 35 was our reference angle, and the 20.9 that we found. So let's go ahead and put that information in there. So that was 35 here. Then we got a 12 and a 20.9 here. So we have that information. We also know this is 90 degrees. So that's a 35 there. We're missing this angle up here, and we're missing this side. So we're going to go through and find that information. First of all, to find the missing angle, my goodness, this is hopefully not difficult. For the missing angle, we're going to use the fact that we know that the three angles in a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. We have a 35, we have a 90, and we're missing this side. So we have 90 plus 35 plus x is equal to 180. Add those two numbers together, that is 125 plus x is equal to 180. Subtract the 125 from both sides, that gives us 55 degrees. That is our missing angle, 55 degrees. Not too difficult to figure that out. The relationship was that the angles in a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. For the missing side, though, we will need to use our SOHCAHTOA that we used in our previous problem. So let's go ahead and set up ourselves to find the missing side. Now we could either use the 55 or the 35 as our reference angle. Since we did the 35 earlier, I'm going to use it again. So we're going to use the 35 here. We are looking for this side here, which previously we called that the adjacent to the 35. And we're going to go ahead and use the 12 as our other side. So we have our adjacent and our opposite. So earlier from the 35, we called that the opposite, and we called this side the adjacent, which we're missing. We're missing the adjacent side. Let's go ahead and call that x again, since it's the side that we're missing. Now we are going to use SOHCAHTOA, and we know the opposite, and we're missing the adjacent. So opposite over adjacent, which trig function are we going to use? Opposite over adjacent, using the SOHCAHTOA, are we going to use sine, cosine, or tangent? One more time, we have the opposite. We're missing the adjacent. Opposite over adjacent is tangent. So we're going to go ahead and use tangent function in this situation. So that's tangent of 35 degrees is equal to opposite over adjacent. You can actually set it up in different ways, but in this case I chose to go with opposite and adjacent. That's going to be 12 divided by x, opposite over adjacent. Tangent of 35, we'll go ahead and jump over to our calculator. And we're going to type in here tangent of 35. And if you don't have, if you don't have it, make sure to check that you are in degrees. And that is 0.700. We're just going to write that as 0.7. So jumping back over to our presentation, we're going to write here 0.7, which we found using our calculator, is 12 over x. When x is in the bottom, x in that, and 0.7 just switch. There is algebra behind it, but we're skipping those steps. The algebra is multiplied by x and then divided by 0.7. 12 divided by 0.7, we'll go ahead and do that here. 12 divided by 0.7 is 17.14. So x is equal to 17.14, the length of our missing side there. And we found it. We've completely solved our triangle. I didn't give myself enough space here, but the 17.14 is here. The 12, the 20.9 we found earlier, and the 55. We completely solved our triangle. We found all the missing parts. You could do it different ways, but this is the way we went with it today. We could use Pythagorean theorem also. But that's it. We found all the missing parts. That wraps up all the portions of our questions that are going to be on the final exam. Let us know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching. I'll see you whenever I make some more videos. Bye.